I'm leaving, okay? Well, but I'd like to give you a kiss when you get back. I'll see you later. Listen, my booking is that one day you'll handle the kids and your mother. This is some bullshit, and I'm not going to tell you how to look. I'm moving. The pillow. Have a good trip, Yandy. A recent dramatic turn of events ended the family's long-standing problems with hip-hop and love, although Yandy and Judy had been attempting to resolve their differences. Underlying tensions erupted during what was meant to be a peaceful family get-together in Atlanta. But instead, it caused chaos, shocking onlookers and further dividing the family. Judy and Yandy had long been at odds, with Yandy accusing Judy of being disrespectful and domineering. Judy, who was known for having a strong will, refused to back down. And the heated argument reached a breaking point when Judy smacked Yandy, causing the room to collapse. All the gestures were high, and the words were heated. I stood divided between defending his mother and protecting his wife. But Yandy, despite his obvious distress, remained calm and took a step back as everyone tried to understand what had just happened. Many comforts Yandy before speaking to Judy, despite Judy's adamant defense of her actions by stating that she was provoked. Many adopts a firm posture saying, I cherish you, but I told her sternly, I can't let this continue in my home. Mendy asks Judy to leave, emphasizing that respect is non-negotiable and that his top priority is the security and health of this family. Judy is furious and feels deceived by the decision, but the Mendeecees hoped that this would serve as a wake-up call. The show's viewers have been vocal about the drama, and many have praised MCs for standing by Yandy and setting boundaries, even though some have expressed sympathy for Judy, that the Harris family's underlying issues would not be addressed by her exile. This dramatic scene has given the Harris family a continuous plot, highlighting the challenges of finding a balance between love, loyalty, and respect in a blended family. As the season progresses, viewers are eager to see if Judy and Yandy can reconcile or if their differences will only worsen. There is no doubt that the drama in this household is far from being resolved, as evidenced by the fact that we haven't spoken since my mom was staying with us yesterday. As usual, I'm kind of stuck in the middle, taking selfies and the like. But I was looking at some things about Mama D. I don't know what's going on with Mama D, but I'm going to a scrappy divorce party. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. There, actually getting divorced. I don't know, but since it's a divorce party, it's probably a divorce. However, how was your visit here? Are you having fun? I'm glad to see the kids. That's primarily why I came. I'm leaving, though, because the music. Kiss is what makes you feel like a prisoner in your own home. Fun, you know? It's like that when you say Bloody Mary 3 times, and then someone in my house says it 3 times because she showed up. Fortunately, I have a reservation in Houston, so I can leave this nightmare, but I'm leaving for Houston, because it feels like I'm a prisoner in my own home. Good, bye. I mean, good. But in my house, sitting on my couch, she said, this is not your couch. Before I leave this house, you should give me a genuine apology. I can't apologize. I'm not doing any CWs for you. Leave me alone. Last year, my husband decided to meet with his mother to mend their relationship. But I didn't accompany him because I still felt a certain, I'm not rushing out of here and you're not going to dictate. Look, I'm moving a pillow. Have a good trip, Yandy, okay? This is some crazy stuff, all right? If you came to this house and didn't apologize to her, you've been insulting her since you walked through the door. Once he calmed down, Andy felt that something needed to be done. So he went to his mother, Ju, who unrepentantly justified her actions by claiming that she had been hurt. But he was adamant and powerful, and he felt he had to put his family's safety and security first. He asked Judy to remain firm in his home, saying, I love you, but I can't let this go. He also emphasized that respect was important, even though Judy felt misunderstood by the move and believed it would serve as a wake-up call for her to change her ways. After Judy left, the family suffered from severe mental distress as a result of the incident, and Yandy complained about Judy's persistent hostility. I've always tried to settle disputes for MC's benefit, but she replied, I can't stand this. Disrespect in my own home. Judy, on the other hand, turned to her personal support system to vent her frustration that Yandy was playing the game and that she felt disconnected from her son. She sobbed as she told him I raised him. How can he choose her over me? Miss struggled with regret, but he remained steadfast and began to question whether he could have handled the situation differently. He told a close friend that even though I like my mother, I can't let her hurt the person I've decided to live my entire life with, and that is difficult for me. The Harris family's ongoing story highlights how this traumatic event has sparked conversations among fans regarding family dynamics, boundaries, and the lengths one should go to in order to keep the peace. As the season progresses, viewers are interested to see if Judy and Yandy can get back together or if their distance will grow, while some hope for moments of harmony. Other Atlanta cast members shared their thoughts about the difficulties of juggling loyalty, love, and respect in a blended family because of the deeply rooted problems that seem to plague the household. My mom came to stay with us yesterday, and since then, things have gotten worse. I'm kind of stuck in the middle as usual, taking selfies and the like. But I was looking at some things about Mama D. I don't know what's been going on with Mama D, but I'm going to a scrappy divorce party. It's obvious that the drama in this family is far from over, and many people think that Judy and Yandy's path ahead will be difficult as they navigate the difficult terrain of love, loyalty, and family responsibilities through my phone. Regarding their actual divorce, I'm not sure. But since it's a divorce party, it's probably going to be a divorce music. However, how was your visit? Are you having fun? Yes, I'm glad to see the kids, which is primarily why I came. All right, but a kiss is how you feel. You see, it's never fun to live like a prisoner in your own home, you know? It's like that situation where you say Bloody Mary 3 times and someone walks in. Fortunately, I have a reservation in Houston, so I can escape this nightmare. My husband decided to meet with his mother last year to try to mend their relationship. But I didn't go with him because I still felt a certain way about how she never apologized after our vow renewal. Wait, come on with the cur. Please let me just listen, and when you get back, my booking is one day you handle the kids and you handle your own life. I'm leaving to go to Houston, so it feels like I'm a prisoner in my own home. Goodbye, good. But my house sitter can sit on my couch and say, not your couch, before I leave this house. The fateful evening began as an apparently normal family meal, but things quickly became tense when Mindy's son, who was upset and frustrated, interrupted the conversation and dropped the shocking revelation. The room fell silent as everyone tried to understand his statement that Yandy had cheated on you and that it was your responsibility. This is some bull, and I'm not rushing out of here, and you're not going to dictate. Look, I'm moving a pillow. Have a good trip, Yandy. All right, I'm out of here, Amar. The air and everyone's attention were drawn to me right away. Mindy denied the accusations right away, her voice shaking with a mix of hurt and rage. She was advised to try to remain calm, but the son persisted in accusing her of betraying the family and blaming me for not being a strong enough husband or parent. I was shocked by his son's bold statements and tried to defuse the situation. But he asked in a calm but strained tone, "Where is all of this coming from?" His anger boiled over the charge, which quickly spiraled out of control because he was so consumed with his own issues. I've done nothing but love this family. So it's absurd that you can accuse me of something so heinous without any proof. She sobbed, and her words seemed to fuel the son's rage. If you're going to accuse Yandy of something serious, then you would better have evidence. He cried out during a heated argument, demanding proof for the baseless accusation. However, the son, filled with contempt and rage, responded with evasive hints and emotional jabs that made it impossible for Yandy to control her emotions. Notice it. He retaliated, and the argument got so out of control that Mem thought he was the father of the household was undermined. In a fit of rage, he struck his son so hard that everyone in the room fell silent, realizing the seriousness of what had just happened. Yandy gasped. Others turned away, and the son held his face and looked at his father in shock. Many others tried to regain control over his emotions, and he muttered, "I can't believe it's come to this." Yandy, who was still crying, intervened to comfort him despite her own suffering. But instead of feeling sorry, he replied, "You think this fixes anything? You just prove my point." There was a lot of anxiety and silence in the days following the incident. Even though she supported EM's choice, Yandy couldn't hide her anguish, and this wasn't how she intended things to go, so she confided in a companion. "I feel like I lost a piece of my family, and I'm not sure if we'll ever get over this." He also said, "I need time to reflect on what you've said and done. Perhaps some distance will help you comprehend that." As word of the family conflict spread, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta fans quickly voiced their thoughts, saying that his connection with his child would be difficult. While some expressed support for the DCS on social media, others expressed sympathy for his son, who did what he had to do to protect his wife. One fan wrote that respect is non-negotiable, but chastised him for using physical force, saying that no matter the circumstances, DC has also experienced emotional difficulties, and asked aloud if he did the right thing in an attempt to find comfort speaking with his closest confidant. In spite of Mindy's distress, the Harris family faced additional challenges navigating their own suffering in the public spotlight due to the divergent perspectives. Stayed committed to repairing his broken family in light of his son's disappearance. He reached out through shared ties and stated, "I can't let this be the end of our relationship." He told the friend that he wanted to have an open discussion, saying that we need to talk face to face and that circumstance beating your son is never the solution. See more comments about the controversy? As the season progresses, viewers will witness whether the Harris family can mend what was damaged. The intense confrontation and its fallout are a potent reminder that the difficulties of love, loyalty, and respect are difficult to balance in family ties, but they are worth fighting for. Many remarked that her constant assistance and efforts at mediation have turned into a beacon of hope for the family. "You two are in love. All you need to do is figure out how to talk without being so angry," she said. Unwarned glimpse of the difficulties and triumphs of navigating love and why in a blended family is when Mace asks Yandy why she's doing all these important things without him. In the end, Yandy retreats, acts like a lost dog who is always pacing the area, and she begins to realize that she doesn't need Mace for anything. Her failure to file the necessary paperwork for their marriage only highlights her persistent cunning. Despite her claims of loyalty and devotion, Yandy won't allow him to destroy her bag in the event that her business succeeds, or if Mace becomes an even bigger issue for their program, Love and Hip Hop. And no one believes that, Little Mace wrote. Those lines when as the cameras roll, Yandy stops being the devoted wife. According to some, children who don't push or spit out will always end up like this. This is what she gets in exchange for raising this adorable child alone while his father was in jail. Time will tell you that you're playing too much with this child who isn't biologically yours, as Little Mace makes clear. Do you guys think that Yandy might be having an affair with Mace? Or are we just assuming that he's trying to subtly let us know that they don't like you? Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. The tensions between M. Harris, his mother Judy, and his wife Yandy. Smith Harris reached a breaking point during events on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Fans were shocked when what was supposed to be a peaceful family gathering where Judy and Yandy had been working on the family's long-standing issues descended into chaos and caused division. Judy and Yandy had been at odds for a long time due to Judy's fiery attitude and inability to back down. But they were able to resolve their disagreements while main underlying tension accused her of being controlling when a dispute got out of hand and words were exchanged, causing tension to run high in an unexpected way that no one saw coming. The room fell silent as he processed what had happened. But despite Yandy's obvious distress, she remained composed and retreated. while Messi stood divided between his obligation to protect his wife and his loyalty to his mother. After calming down, Messi realized he had to act, so he went to his mother Judy, who unapologetically defended her actions by claiming that she had been provoked. He acknowledged that his family's safety and stability needed to come first, so he asked Julie to leave, telling her that respect was non-negotiable. The incident has generated a lot of comments from viewers of the show, with some pity for Judy and placing blame on Messi, although it is still unresolved at the end of the episode. Yandy feels deceived and outraged, but she believes that this tragic event has given the Harris story a new dimension and will serve as a wake-up call for her to reconsider her behavior. As the season progresses, viewers are eager to see if there will be any changes to the family's ongoing saga, which highlights the difficulties of striking a balance between love, loyalty, and respect in a mixed family. There is little doubt that the drama in this house is far from over, whether there will be reconciliation or if Judy and Yandy's tension will rise. After Andy had calmed down, he went to his mother, Judy, who vented and justified her actions by saying that she had been provoked. However, you went too far. He asked Judy Lee to respect him and put his family's safety and security first. I love you, Mrs., he added his relatives. But Judy was furious and felt betrayed by the decision, believing it would serve as a warning to her to change her ways. After Yam left, the family experienced a great deal of mental turmoil due to the tragedy. Yan complained to her close friends about the ongoing hostility toward Judy M., who was troubled by regret for upholding his decision. She said, but I can't continue to accept that he disrespected a close friend in my own home. Saying, I love my mom, but I can't let her hurt the woman I've chosen to spend my life with. I'm curious about what other actions he may have taken, because Judy expressed her frustration and anger at being cut off from her own support system. Thinking Yandy and her child were playing her, she then sobbed, saying, I brought him up to be confident, which is why he chose her over me. The entire cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, as well as Judy and Yandy's immediate family, were impacted by their argument, and other actors shared their thoughts that others are helping. The Harris family's ongoing drama, Mendeecees, is a new event that highlights the difficulties of striking a balance in a mixed family between love, loyalty, and respect. While many fans sympathize with Judy's predicament as a mother who fell, it also prompted discussions among fans who are wondering whether Judy and Yandy can reconcile, or if their gap will widen as the season progresses. Some fans are skeptics due to the ongoing problems that seem to plague the house and have no end in sight. And Mrs. Yandy and Judy will have a difficult time navigating the complicated terrain of familial responsibilities and love loyalty. The scenario starts in a poorly. He takes a deep breath and looks at the pictures scattered throughout the scene as life flashbacks of love conflicts and the current unbearable tension between Yandy and his mother race through his head. Pictures of Yandy, his kids, and his family are on a coffee table. It feels like this now, even though everything seemed so perfect before the planet collapsed. The scene shifts to Yandy sitting on the edge of the bed, her eyes swollen and red from crying, describing the altercation with anyone she is still brimming with.